it's me once again. Welcome back to my channel. So I think the last topic we talked about children's sexual abuse. A lot of people asked a lot of questions, and there's something I'm even noticing that is even worse than what I actually talked about the last time. Yeah, we are protecting our kids, giving them the talk and all of that, but we have found out now that there are predators, pedophiles that are kids. So while you're protecting your kids from adult pedophiles, how do you protect your kids from or fellow kids that are already pedophiles? Before you start going up and down and say that it's not possible, there was a case that was making the rounds on Facebook. I think it happened in US. I don't know which of the states it happened, and the mother was asking for help. She was asking for help because it seems like the police just dismissed her case. So she has a 5-year-old, and she wanted to go somewhere. I think she had an emergency, so she dropped her baby in the hands of a family, a relative, right? So I don't know what happened, and the relative was not looking after the baby just for a moment or so. So the baby left the house and wandered around in the neighborhood. So there was a search for this child. They kept looking for this child, and outside there were other kids that were playing there and all. So when they finally found this baby, because I think some of the kids actually confessed and pointed this baby out, when they found this baby, she was almost lifeless, right? She was bruised all over. She had this braided hair because she's black, right? So she had these hair extensions braided. So they tore out her hair. Her hair was torn out from its roots. She was beaten. She was sexually abused, and a lot of things were going on there. A lot of things. They even put sand in her private parts and all of that. And the painful part was that the perpetrators were little kids. There was a 10-year-old girl, a 9-year-old boy, and an 8-year-old boy. So these were little kids that actually did this level of damage. They thought they actually killed her. They did this, and this is so crazily shocking because you're asking yourself, where did we go wrong? How can kids be this violent to do something like this? There was also another case I heard about a mother and her son at home, and these little boys from the age of 14 or so, they came into the house, and they were about 7 or so, and they raped this mom, and it was just such a pathetic sight. Like, it was really, so these are kids we're talking about, even beyond kids that are 8 years. How do they get so violent? Like, how do they get so violent that things like this are happening? So how do we protect our kids? So while we are telling our kids not to trust any adults and be really careful, teaching them safe words and the parts of their body, also tell them to yell and speak out when they are being harassed, either by a child or a parent. If they do not feel comfortable, they should speak out. They should speak out. They can't just be quiet. We cannot just say, okay, it's only girl children. No, it happens to boy kids, right? So we see kids, like little kids, abusing other kids. It might be a little help you brought home, or your cousin or something. Kids abusing other kids, like little kids, like kids that are 6-year-old. Like, there was a time I was teaching a primary 1 class, and they caught these little kids, like 6-7-year-old kids, and they were having intercourse there, and they asked them, where did you guys learn this from? So I don't even know where we want to start from. There was even another case, a very pathetic case of these little boys of 4 and 7. They were abusing their little sister of 2 years, and when they found out, everyone was asking them, where did you guys learn these things from? And they were like, okay, they usually watch their mom and dad have intercourse, and they learned this from their mom and dad. So please, parents, be careful out there when you are having a good time. Be careful that you're protecting your kids. Protect your kids from what they watch online, from who they hang out with. Protect your kids. Tell them things that they should know. Okay, don't be afraid to tell them these things, because the world outside there is not afraid to introduce your kids to things that are crazy. Okay, be safe out there. I love you all. Bye.